2010. And then the average, the worldwide average of women in parliaments, no, in legislation is 18%.
18.
And in the Philippines, we're 17. So the goal nga is 30. Oh, malayo pa tayo. Oh, let's go back to reality. There are 4 of us.
Yes.
Miriam and I are running again. So far, we're in the top 5. So let's just say Metro, we have a good chance of being there, the 2 of us. If Lauren becomes vice, then she's gone. No? If she stays, if she doesn't win, then she's still a senator. So tatlo kami. What other women are in the top 15? Have you been monitoring? Gwen is like 12, 13, 14, 15. Not exactly there, but Gwen Pimentel, who's a lawyer, the daughter of Senator Nene Pimentel, somebody I really support, is like number 15. The other women, ito yon. In my senatorial slate, no, the Nationalista, there is me and Miriam. There's Gwen Pimentel, who's a lawyer and a child rights advocate. There is Lisa Masa, who's the representative of Gabriela and a very strong women's advocate. And there's Toots Ople, a very qualified and dedicated labor and migrant workers, women's right. Harvard graduate pa. Pwede ko bang ipagyabang? Kasi alam mo, it's funny ha, you see all kinds of men running, pero for a woman to run, ang qualifications niya ang tataas. They're so deserving. Pero it just goes to show na women set a higher standards. Mas hirap pang umangat. So again, it's a gender issue. Because it is my job as the president of this international organization that in my own country, I'm also pushing for more women. We were in a forum, so I'm talking about my party. Obviously, I'm biased because this is my party. But let me say, and this is very non-political, that even in the Liberal Party, which is not the party I belong to, there are very qualified women.
Yes.
Risa Hontiveros, I've worked with her, very qualified, very dedicated. Sonia Rocco has worked with her husband on the side and also known to be a very staunch women and education rights advocate. And then Yasmin Yasmin Lau, she's a displaced Mindanaoan who has personal experiences. She knows what all the fighting has cost families in Mindanao. So they're great women too, no? And how much exposure are the women getting? So I'd love to use this opportunity to tell people that look at the women candidates and decide. That's why earlier when we were not online, I said that my 2 children, one of my summer assignment for them is to get to know the candidates. I expect them to research. Actually, life will be easier nga for them because I've already blogged about my 5 colleagues, the 5 women candidates of NP. So, ang dali na naman makuha nung iba, di ba? And then I want them to tell me who they want to vote for. Then someone here said, "Well, your kids are voting." No, they're 11 and 15. But I just think it's a good political experience for them to go through. And I challenge all mothers to do that because with internet, I mean, our kids are gonna be hooked to their computers all summer. So I'll give them something to have. You know what? This is the thing. A lot of people have difficulty making 12 candidates, right? I'm talking about the senatorial.
Yeah.
I think people are kind of decided on their president, but there's still 30 days to sway opinions. But for Senate, 12 yan. In fact, on the day itself of there'll still be people wondering who their 10th is, their 11th. I challenge you to do this. If you don't have time to research, ask your kids to do the research for you, and at least and then review it. See what you think of your kids' choices. Diba? Interesting.
Actually, for me, it's the reverse. It's easier for me to choose the senatorials. I'm having difficulty
So
choosing.
you've come up with 12?
No, not yet.
No, yun nga.
But it's easier for me to
it's
fill
really,
it out.
It's really easy naman to choose like 5 or 6 or even 8. Even for me. Kasi there are people that you really like and you don't have to choose just one. Pero it's the last
My last 3, I
10
think.
to 12.
Yes.
Mahirap talaga
My
yung
10,
10 to
11,
12.
12 keep shifting.
Oo.
Pero I am not yet decided on the president and the vice president. Can you tell me why you think Manny Villar would be
Sure, I would be happy to tell you.
Why are you convinced that he is the best?
Yes, I am very convinced.
To now.
I have worked personally with almost all the candidates, well, at the key candidates, no, and I know almost all of them. And I truly believe, as we were talking earlier about my own ambitions, no, my being able to run for the Senate was based on my confidence that I had what it took. And if you look at my record, it was there. If I had been asked to run for the presidency then and even now, and as I said no to the vice presidency because I feel that there's so much it takes to run. This is a corporation of 90 million. This is a corporation of 90 million stockholders. 90 million stockholders with varied interests and varied backgrounds. Some are rich, some are poor, some are educated, some don't believe in education but just in vocational training. Some believe that the answer is go abroad, some don't. So many interests. What candidate has the experience of running this kind of diverse, multi-interested, multi-background 90 million Filipinos? Manny Villar has been, on the personal side, he is an accomplished businessman, respected in the whole of Asia. I mean, he's up there among Asian businessmen. In politics, he was the Speaker of the House. He was the Senate President. Clearly, he has the leadership ability. Is he perfect? I don't think so. I don't think anyone's perfect. But who has the leadership skills? Is it a matter of mas magaling magsalita ito? Well, between him and Noynoy, there are others pa nga who speak even better than both of them. But what is it? Is it speaking? No, it is leadership ability. It is the ability to make tough decisions. In the Senate, sometimes, we are asked to support a bill that we don't agree with. And then we have to say, sige na, do this because the country needs it. And a Senate President has to be able to convince their members. Manny Villar has been able to do that, and you have to do that when you're president. May kaliwa, may kanan, may aktivista, merong iba-ibang grupo, and you have to be able to be decisive. If you did not have the training, if you look at the other candidates who have not had the training to make important decisions that will hurt some but benefit more, how would you make those decisions when you're president? And I don't want to make those decisions. They're tough decisions to make. And I don't think, and I love Noynoy, he's a good friend of mine, but that is not the kind of experience he has. And he's a good friend of mine. I love the guy. And I have to say, he's one of the sweetest guys in the Senate, one of the nicest persons. But Manny Villar is the leader. He's the one who can absorb the BS. He's the one who can make tough decisions and say, this is how we're going to do it. On healthcare alone, which is my passion, a group of well-respected healthcare advocates, doctors, went to the different presidentiables, and this is what they told me. When we went to Manny Villar, we told them this is what we need to do because we need to make medicine and healthcare affordable to the poor, which means subsidized. Because the poor, so what if you give them a 50% discount? They can't afford 50%. They need to be subsidized. They gave him a figure, and because he's an accountant and he's an MBA, he's a finance guy, he's like, kaya. I mean, what president can do that? What presidentiable has the ability to do that?
Can he crack down on corruption? Because that's where a lot of the leaks are.
I agree.
That's really where we're leaking heavily.
I agree.
And we really need somebody who is tough enough to be able to crack down.
Well, I don't think he's any less tough than anyone else. I mean, as you all very well know, the campaign against him was all about his being involved in corruption. But come on, in how many years? 12 years or whatever that he's been in public service. Now lang yan. It's a presidential campaign smear against him. Those issues were not around. I mean, like I said, I'm not here to explain and defend everything. But having said that, he's been very consistent in his leadership capabilities, and there has been no taint on his moral standards, on his anti-corruption stand until just before the presidential election started. So to me, that should tell everyone that this is a smear campaign. It really is.
Follow up. I remember the latest news about him about using his brother for his panata.
I didn't hear that. Somebody just made me kwento. So
yeah, but then remember I asked you that question. That's why you have advocacy because of the death of your son.
So parang ganun ba yung nangyari sa kanya na he was being questioned ba't niya ginagamit yung kwento ng pagkapatay ng tatay ng anak niya. Yeah. If that, and when I heard that, I said, well, what is wrong with sharing with the Filipinos? Yes. Where you're coming from. Kasi yun yung basis, that is your inspiration. In fact, you know, my campaign speech, and I think there's a video on my campaign blog, Where is Pia Now? Listen to my speech, and I've said, I'm proud to say, Noemi, I've said it in Bisaya.
Yeah, I saw you.
I start by saying, humarap ako sa inyo, 6 na taong nakalipas, anak lang ni Senator Pia Cayetano. Bit-bit ko lang yung iniwan niyang mabuting pangalan at ang edukasyon. Because that is the truth. That is who I am. And then I say, ang karanasan ko bilang abogado, so I have to tell now my qualification, but why am I here? I am here because namatay ang anak ko, namatay ang tatay ko, and ginawa ko silang inspirasyon. You wanna know what